and welcome to Women of a Certain Age. I'm Marie and I'm talking to you from glorious Staffordshire in England. This is the last of our public holidays this weekend, and an awful lot of people are out and about. They've gone to the beach, maybe, they're just having a staycation. Some people are jetting off to even sunnier climes, and an awful lot of people there will be on their own. And it got me to thinking about how we could entertain a group of people when we're on our own. Now, age is irrelevant, to be honest, and entertaining on your own, just the very thought of it can be very daunting. But I promise you, once you bite the bullet and do it, you'll wonder what all the fuss was about. So I'd like to talk to you about some of the ways that you can do this and make it really easy. Now, there can be lots of reasons why you would want to do it, of course. You might have moved and you would like to invite some neighbours round to say hello. You might be recently bereaved and feeling a bit lonely and want to have a get together with friends but feel it's not quite the same because you haven't got your partner with you. You might be divorced, and again, similar sort of reasons. It feels very different when you're recently divorced and recently single. So it doesn't have to be fancy, not these days, and it doesn't have to cost a fortune either. So let's just get those 2 points out of the way. Casual dining is all the rage, and it's never been easier to do. If you visit any supermarket, there are dishes of salads, there are pizzas, there are pastas, fresh and dried, there are quiches, there are cooked chickens, there are even vegetarian options there all ready to go. So maybe you don't like cooking, so that's okay. You can just get some nice boards out, set your table up for casual dining. We're not talking about a lot of people here, maybe 6 or 8, 4, 6, 8 people. A number that you feel comfortable with, and decide what you're going to do. So sharing boards, as I've just said, there's loads of options. You can have their cheeses, cold meats, chickens, salads. You could do baked potatoes. I mean, I've got my family coming this weekend and I'm going to do some roasted vegetables as a type of lasagna dish with some salad and some garlic bread. But I like cooking. But as I say, if you don't like cooking, then it's never been easier. And I'm sure your friends will be delighted. If you're the one that initiates it, you're setting the bar really. So if you go out there and are extravagant and try to impress, try too hard to impress, then you could put people off from inviting you back because they're thinking, well, I'm just not up to that level, or I don't really want to spend that sort of money. So keep it casual, keep it simple. I'll tell you, as a caterer, I used to be in the catering trade, don't start trying to make a pile of sandwiches because they take forever. And they're not frightfully interesting either, are they really? So some nice sharing boards is an option. As I say, you could do pizzas. You could just invite people round for some drinks and some nibbles. And again, there's lots of things out there, little tartlets, you've got hummus and dips, breadsticks, crisps of all different types, pita chips. There's just loads of stuff these days. So it is a really simple thing to do. Now, the one thing I want to impress upon you is don't try to be Superwoman. Your friends will say, is there anything they can do to help? Just say, yes, please. Don't go, no, it's fine, I'll manage. There's no point. People like to be involved. They like to feel needed, and they do like to help. So maybe if somebody offers you some help, you could say, well, perhaps you could make me a salad, or I was thinking of doing such and such. Perhaps you could bring a dessert for me, that would be nice. Or some cake, or anything really that will complement whatever it is you're doing, so that maybe something nice and sweet for after your delicious sharing boards. If it's as we move into the autumn and then the winter, you could look at doing quite simple dishes like chili con carne. If you have vegetarian friends and family, as I do, then you could make a vegetarian chili and always take some, keep some on one side for the vegetarians, and then add some meat for those that would like some meat in their chili. There's loads of options you can have out there. So once your guests start arriving, something else you can do to take the pressure off yourself is delegate. Now I'm talking about asking somebody if they would help with drinks on arrival for your guests. Now, if this was like a mixed company of people, usually it's the man that tends to do stuff like that. So you could ask one of the guys, would you do me a favour? Would you mind seeing to drinks when people come? We've got an array of things here. Or you could just have like Prosecco out for everybody and maybe a few beers for the guys. Maybe if you're going to have some wine with the meal, or the sharing boards or whatever you're doing, again, you could delegate that to somebody. The other option, of course, is that you just say to everybody, the assembled company, look, I want this to be really friendly, really laid back and really casual. So all the drinks are on the table here, please help yourself. And again, once somebody, it just takes one to start really, or maybe ensure everybody has a drink on arrival and then just say to the company, perhaps you'd like to just top your own drinks up as and when you're ready. I think you'll find that that's a great icebreaker too. People will be impressed that you've taken the bull by the horns and just gone out and done this yourself. It does take courage. I'm not going to deny it, but what's the worst thing that can happen? You just need to give people plenty of notice. Perhaps pick a day when you think, well, there's not much going on, whether it might be a Sunday afternoon or something like that. If you're going to do an evening and people you're inviting are out all day, don't make it too early. And again, you don't want to make it too late either. So pitch it sort of around 7-ish, 7:30. That's quite a nice time for people to come out, especially the lighter evenings as well. And then maybe they'll stay for a couple of hours, and maybe they'll be gone by 10:30. And you've had a lovely time, you've had a lovely few hours chatting, enjoying some nice easy food, few drinks. And when they've gone and you close the door, then take a tip from me. Kick your shoes off, pour yourself a nice glass of wine and raise a toast to yourself, because you've done really well. And you set the bar, and you'll be so much more confident about doing it again, and other people will be most impressed, and you will be the talk of the town. So hostess with the mostest, put your thinking cap on, who you're going to invite, when are you going to do it, what you're going to give them, and I'll talk to you soon.